Good morning and welcome to Heartland Dual Sport. This morning we're going to be going over the Rough Country multi-light controller. It's the MLC-6, MLC-6, as well as kind of an overview on how to get it installed in your Jeep. So let's get to the video, guys. Good morning and welcome to Heartland Dual Sport. This morning we're opening up the box that the Rough Country MLC-6 controller came in. As you can see, everything's packaged up real nicely. Everything's separated with the bubble wrap. And you can see by looking at the box, it was a little rough from probably the shippers, but everything inside the box actually came here with no damage or anything, so it all looked real nice. They also include a nice little instruction manual that's very, very detailed. You can't hardly go wrong. As you can see here, I'm pointing. They've got two different brackets that come with this. So depending on what year model your Jeep is, you'd use one bracket or the other. And now to get started on the install, we're just going to take off the sun visors on both sides. And it is a star screw, and it actually comes off real easy. You got two screws on the one side and then just the regular clip that holds your sun visor in place. It's going to be like a quick release, so it'll come right off as soon as you get the screws out. You'll go ahead and take them off of both sides. Right here, I'm just kind of showing you that there's, it's kind of like a Phillips head looking clip in there. And if you're lucky, you can actually unscrew it a little bit and it'll start coming out. If you can't, what I ended up doing is just grabbing that and then the clips come down. And then the same for that trim piece that was covering up your footman's loop. You can see all the little square rectangle holes right to the right and left hand side of the footman's loop. That plastic actually just pops right off. So you just pull on it real gently and it's going to come off. And it came off real easy. So like I say, once you get those screws out from the sun visors and stuff, that piece of trim actually pops off real easy. And you do not need to take that other corner piece off of the passenger side. And then after you do that, then you're going to loosely put the bracket back behind the footman's loop. You'll see I'm kind of making some adjustments here and just kind of getting it to what kind of eyeballing it. It's kind of a thin little bracket, so you can move it around and smash it around and get it where you need it to. But you do also have a little bit of adjustment the way the holes are in it for up and down on it also. And then you're going to place the plastic trim. Like I said, it's just a couple of real quick clips and that all pulls off there real easy. You're going to go ahead and mark that because you do have to cut it out a little bit for some clearance for the bracket. And then we're going to go over here, and all I used was just kind of a tiny hacksaw type deal. And after you saw that, you can go in there and actually just kind of clean it up with a pocket knife or whatever, because you're going to have some little burrs on it. But if you got long fingernails, you can do that. As you can see here, we've got it all pre-installed. And this, if you have some help, it would actually be helpful because you're going to be putting that wire cable behind all that trim and behind where the sun visor and stuff is, and it's going to come out here on the side panel. The side panel comes off real easy. It's a one pull, quick click, and then you're going to shove that all back in there so that it's not in the way or going to get smashed when you put that side panel back on, and you're going to bring the wires out through the firewall. As you can see, those little bolts that are already in the top of your Jeep right there, those two white bolts, those will actually, you just unscrew them and you'll screw the brain of the unit in right there using those stock screws or bolts, whatever you want to call them. And then this is just another view after you get your wires run through. You got two posts here that you need to connect it. Refer back to the directions to make sure you put the wires on the right post. And then that extra little red wire that's hanging out there, I'm not 100% sure what that wire's for, so it's still, I just taped it up and put it in there. I figure if I need it down the road, I'll have it, but I don't know for sure what it's for. There's one on both ends. the one that goes to the battery as well. And then here's what it looks like when you get it, everything put back together. You've got a light, so everything kind of lights up blue. That little switch is actually quit working, so I don't use it, but I know where the switches are and I can see in the dark pretty good. Again, when you get ready to wire it up, you've got these 6 different fuses, and they're all specific on positive and negative. You can see here we've just wired up a little light that we bought for the motorcycle just to make sure everything was working, and then put everything back together. So again, if you like our video, please give us a thumbs up. If you know anybody looking for the MLC, have them check out our video, and as always, have a blessed week. Thanks again for tuning in to Heartland Dual Sport. This is another little quick tip I just wanted to throw in here. Use this if you got dogs, guys. It works like a champ. Thanks again, and have a blessed week.